is very handsome young man, right? But his character is can never make decision, so cannot become a good leader. So that means in rotation motion, the shape dictates the motion, dictates the rotation. You can do it, yeah? That means you bond this. If you rotate this, because the shape, so when you roll it down, have certain speed. Okay? So this kind of things you should be aware of. That means you brought certain character to make you less successful, then you have to change. Okay? Somebody like the people is lazy, is determined to fail. So you got to working hard, right? So a lot of times characters really determine a person's success. The shape is really determined your rotation motion. Wei-Wen Lu is a nerd, right? So around age of 28 and 29, I finally wake up. Especially at 26 years old, my father slapped on my face. Go to work, and then don't just study books. So finally go to work. So I was a failure at Xerox for the first 2 or 3 years because my character, right? So what's my character? My character is introvert, hiding something in the dark and doing his own work and eating his own something, right? So I had to determine to change my character. Okay. So some of you have the same problem like I got. You know, I keep on studying, and keeping doing good work, but nobody recognized me. Okay. So finally say I got to change. Sometimes the character change takes a long time. For me to change character takes 1 year. It's almost 1 year, 1.5 years. Change character from introvert to little bit extrovert. So anyway, I'm just using this kind of thing to try to inspire you to be success. Okay, and okay, so we like to go to the next one on the section 10.5 is called talk. So talk. So now we like to find out something is very important. Is what causes an object to move? Is a force. So this is a force. This is a mass, it's an m. There's a force. This force causes to have motion change. That means a change from rest. Change from rest to motion or increased speed. So in this case, we like to say F is equal to ma. Or in here, the A is equal to proportional to F divided by mass. So in these cases in here, a circle. So we ask a question, what cause an object to rotate? Okay, object to rotate. To rotate, there must have a force. And this is called lever arm. Lever. In which case it's called arm. So In order for an object to rotate, number one, got to have force. Number two, got to have a lever arm. Number three, got to have a rotation axis. So this is cases. Sometimes this lever arm have another word. It's called moment arm. Moment arm. So that means this force depends on how you is most effective. And then if it's with the angle, the effective is not. Then do a lot of trial and error. Sometimes the people say, oh, this guy is very smart because he's a physicist. Don't put us up there high. We still have to do a lot of trial. Okay? We are not smart. We cannot predict the future. We try. And you work fine. So finally, we find out that the torque is simple as tau is equal to F times R times sine theta. In which case, this is the angle we like to using phi. So F times R times sine phi. So this is a different type of force, a different type of vector. Tau is a vector, and F is a vector, R is a vector. So they say, in their cases, we like creating the F cross R as a vector for tau. So tau, from this point of view, we define F cross R. So F cross R is a mathematical symbol and is supposed situation. This vector product in the Math 5A. So please go through the Math 5A to understand this A cross B of the vector F cross R. In the book, it gives you all those information. For example, if you have a X, Y, Z. In this case, this is an I vector, this is a Y vector, this is a J vector, and here's a K vector. So it gives you a lot of example on this. I cross I, in which case equals 0. And that equal to J cross J, in which case it equals 0. That equal to K cross J. That again equals to 0, because K cross K equals sine 0 degree. So that of course equals 0. So that is a basic idea regarding about the what we call the tau. So the next one we like to talk about is a section on 10.6. Have an idea. Section 10.6.